What's that noise? Oh, that means this plant has got the ideal environment. Hi guys, and welcome to episode 3. On the previous 2 episodes we've talked about naming the dupes, and this time we're going to start naming 2 of our dupes, and we'll start with Niles, who's going to be named Dan Jam, and we're also going to be naming Frankie Noble Rambler. Okay, so Noble Rambler is a fellow YouTuber who has been watching the series and been commenting, and it's a case of he's given some nice suggestions and comments on previous videos. Go and check out some of his content, and there'll be a link in the description below so that you can actually go and have a look. So what's been going on? Since the last episode, I've just basically designed out what I kind of want the base to start looking like. And primarily, this is going to be my main base area. Where I've got my heavy watt wires, etc. here, they're going to be hidden by tiles. So I'll be interested to see how that then... put those in as well, change the priority, because I would really like to see how that actually affects hiding those. Should then allow us to be able to run heavy watt wires around with our little power transformers as well. So I need to dig that out as well, so let's just get that out. Yeah, so that should make a big difference to the overall decor of the base. So as I said, we've got Dan Jan, who is now our runner and our scientist, and we have Noble as our other dupe. We will be introducing more dupes on the next episode, because hopefully by which time we'll actually have a base ready to set out for them. I'm actually going to be deconstructing those, because I really want to get cots in here, because I really want to get my population up quite quickly on here. You may have noticed as well that I have changed the priority levels on the break time for the massage. I've knocked that down to 20 because realistically I don't want things to get out of hand, and I'd rather keep things as stressless as possible in there. So we've looking at research, we've only got 4 things left to research, so we're going to go for our insulation next, and then go for the others next. So hopefully we'll have all that completed very shortly, and we can copy those settings to there. Where are we at? That. So what I'm looking to try and do is the kind of priority is to dig down here, and to then create this gas permeable tile floor, so that all the carbon dioxide can fall all the way down to the bottom. Also storage, I'm trying to keep all the storage down out of the dupe's main living quarters, and what I'm planning to do is, you can see these tiles here. I was marking out where the floors were going to be originally, and what I've decided to do is I'm actually going to wall this side and make it a double skin so it doesn't have any pressure breaks, and then open this water up and let it through. But before I do that, I want to get all this dug out, the floor in place, and then I can bridge it across from here straight in. Now what that'll allow me to do is to have a pretty secure location for my little hatches. So my plan then is to herd all the hatches that I've got in here down to this little area, and I'm going to be using it as a bit of a pit for them. Essentially, I will have it walled off, and basically I'll lock the door, and then I'll just drop food in there that I want them to eat, and then they can just munch on that and to their heart's content and poop coal all the way in here. Then every so often I'll just go in and take out the coal when I'm ready for it. So that's the plan. Also, over here, I'm trying to... this ladder will be coming out and moving into the middle here. So actually, if I just put that there as a guide, so then this will be just closed up and we'll have our pieces of art all the way across. I haven't left myself some space for ventilation, actually. I've just realised might need to knock out... yeah, I think I will, actually. I'll have to... I'll have to have a think about that one, actually. So I'd rather have it and keep it in full symmetry for my OCD tendency. I want to cancel that one, actually, because I don't want them actually dropping everything down. Now this is all built, let's just copy those. I'm going to get sweeping on here so that they can actually get all that away, and I don't drop everything down here, because I've got a lot of good stuff down here. I don't really want to send them into the water to go and collect it. Okay, so we've got that built up there. If I prioritize this next, you may have noticed I've got my pictures ready to a priority 7 on the basis that as soon as the next person coming in is going to be an artist. So when you think about names to give them, please just give me some artistic names or an artist. So someone who has influenced your life, or you just quite like the sound of their name, etc. Or I possibly remind you of them. I don't know. Whatever takes your fancy. That's the idea. So how many couches have we got? We have got 2, 3. Where's this one? Oh, he's there. 4, 5, 6. They should really do a grand job in producing a lot of coal, as long as I do it, manage it properly this time round as well. Let's change the priority of these. So, oh, is it all fallen down? The whole idea of them not sending them down there has failed. So I think, do you know what? I've got my stress level sorted. So once they have warmed up, which shouldn't take too long, I'll send them down to clear a bit more down here. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way round. Go and get those. So, my thoughts are, once we've got this laid out and we've got that water into this section here, because I'll kind of have it the same sort of, actually I think about that now, so if I'm going to have the waters coming in here, I need that too thick, so that will need just to have a big order. And I just need to hope that that isn't a hatch buried underneath there, because he won't last very long. So at least then we've got a bowl shape of sorts for a base. So we've got that one done. Let's prioritize. Problem is, if I do that, yeah, I think I will. I'll do that as a single mine priority, because once they've dug it out, hang on, let me change that to a 1. Priority 1. Okay, now I've got to do it to a 9. That water won't take long to get down there. I was getting a bit concerned over the time. Yeah, perfect, I've done it. So let's get our second wall in place, so this one doesn't start receiving any damage. Yeah, that's good. off there. What I'll do is I'll open that up. I'll put a ladder. Do I need a ladder in that side? No, I don't. Let them deal with that, and I can put a tile over here. Well, deconstruct. I don't want the tile there, I want the tile one up. So we've got a nice flow down, because that'll be the, so it'll go down and across, so that's perfect. Okay. All right, let's have a think about this. I'm going to turn our printing pod back on, so it will then take about 30 cycles to 30 cycles, 3 cycles for it to give us a no, not 9. Research, perfect. Oh no, still needs to do the installation. Right, okay. It's getting carried away then, thinking it was all done. Get all this. We sweep a bit more here. I've run out of metal. Typical. Right, okay, so dig. Set that priority there. 8. Dig that out afterwards. So or be stuck waiting for waiting for copper to be available. So we will do that, and we'll do that. So keep an eye on our not consumable ore, raw metals. Then we can ensure that we don't start running away with ourselves on all get done now. Deconstruct that ladder and close off this area from this side. I love how the fact that deconstruct things so quickly. That in place. Tell you what, these canvases take an absolute age to actually create. It can be rather frustrating at times. Actually, algae. How are we doing on algae? Got 4 ton of it. Okay, that's not too bad. Got no dirty or polluted dirt because this hatch is keeping on top of it, which is good. No, hang on. They shouldn't eat copper. It's only raw minerals that the hatches eat, other than polluted dirt. I hope. At least I hope so. Anyway. Okay. Hoping that that was the case, and we get that swept so that I don't, just in case. Okay. Right, so where are we at now? 7. Put another one here. I'll put that down as an 8 because I really do want to start getting this ready. I need to dig out here in preparation. Hopefully it won't be too long, because I don't want to... don't really want to leave this open for too long. Okay, so that's done. Let's increase the priority level of these. So I'll get some very upset... well, Noble's going to get very upset, let's put it that way. What's his stress like? 12%. Oh, we've got all three down there, so that must mean... either... yeah, I've got that set to a 7. Okay. Yeah, that's why. So at least everybody goes in and helps. What are they doing? So if I get them all now, after these two pieces have gone, if I get them all to sweep this whole area, then theoretically I'll only have a few here that will bits that will fall down that I'll have to capture. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to be getting pretty cold and pretty chilly. Both of them, yeah. Not good. But I think I'm a lot happier with that whole section as a water reservoir. I'm actually thinking now, looking at that amount of water, thinking, is there enough space here? So I'm actually wondering now whether I need to disable this one, deconstruct it. Let's move it somewhere else, because I think that I'm going to have problems with it shortly. Sweep that. Oh, okay. Either they've changed the shape of the bottles, or that bottle's halfway down, but because that arrow is flashing halfway through it, I think that's actually... come on. Come on. Select the bottle. There we go. Oh, it's got water in it. Let's empty that. Excellent. I'm going to put an access point here, just so that when things change later on, and I want to start sending dupes into this area, whatever reason, they can actually just hop along all the way through it without any problems. That's my thought process anyway, because I quite like using the ladders. They don't take up, they're cheap to build, 100 kilos of sandstone, of which we have a lot of, and it will just make things a lot easier to manage. Do those, and then we'll do 6 across there. Take that out as a 6 as well. So hopefully we'll get all this lot done very quickly. 4 cycle, no, 0.4 of a cycle. So let's hope we've got an artist, because that's what I'm after. I want someone to start really decorating the base, because the decor is pretty poor, and I need it to start improving. Now, interestingly, looking at this wire, it's actually not picking up any. This spot here is not picking up any decor negative value from that wire. So that is the way to actually deal with them, and that is to put them behind walls. So that is really good to know that that works. And let's get rid of a bit of this as well. And then that way there shouldn't be anything negative in there. And I'm going to prioritize those portraits as a higher priority on the basis that that's where people are going to go to stress. So the less time they're actually spent there, because the whole environment is nice and chilled, as it were, the better it will be. So that's the idea. So how long we got left here? 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. So I want an artist. Who've we got? I've got no artists. Got Ugly Crier, Binge Eaters and Destructives, and I'm afraid... Oh, Chef. Oh, blinking out. A chef was going to be my next point and call. No, I'm going to reject them all. I need an artist. That has got to be my priority, and they have to have some skills already. Otherwise, they're just going to create mediocre canvases, and I can't have that. So how are we getting on here? What priority have I set all this as? You shouldn't be working up there. You should be clearing this lot with these guys. Keep everybody. Who's that? Noble Ramlet. Sorry, Noble. I'm stressing you out. Dan Jan's doing very well there. Yeah, sorry, Dan Jam. Okay. And Murphy's keeps sitting in the cold area. That's about right. What's that noise? Oh, that means this plant has got the ideal environment. Now, I'm surprised at that, to be perfectly honest, because it's not fertilized. So I am really chuffed. Really chuffed. I've never noticed that before. That's so cool. Normally this is the sort of view I see of it, and I don't see the things creeping up and down on it. So it's got ideal air pressure, 1 harvest remaining, excellent yield, harvest ready. That should now deliver us a seed. Let me give that a priority 9 actually, because I want to watch this get harvested. Nope. Noble, you're doing it. Wonderful. So we have got 16 lice, and we have got 2 mealwood seeds. How wonderful is that? That is really good. Let's get sweep that. Hypothermia. Okay, let's just stop all this lot. Cancel all this. And people can... Who's got hypothermia? Murphy. Okay, Murphy, you are now going to sleep over here. If you've got hypothermia, I don't want... Dan Jam, you need to go unassigned. No, I want Dan Jam. There we go. I had a feeling that he would disturb the other guys. He should do that again shortly. Because he's ill. He then has an effect of upsetting those around him. And disturbing their night's sleep. So, what's going on here? No, I need to cancel sweep orders. Sweep. Where's sweep? There. Cancel those sweep orders. So I've got nothing in the water. So everything is outside, so they can get on with stuff outside. And why they go in there first? Let's change those to priority. And they should then not go in the water. I love that little sneeze he does. Okay, let's just do the 8. Now that can be 8. Okay, Noble, you're doing pretty well. Not. Oh, hang on, who's that? Yeah, Noble. Why are you getting stressed? Let's have a look at your vitals. So, light wound, sopping wet. Hang on. Well, let's do this as a priority. Because maybe he's not going on to there because of this block in his way. So if I do that as well, he should be able to pick everything up. Actually, I can do all of those 8, can't I? Yeah. Okay, so there should no reason then to go in the water. No reason whatsoever. Oop. Noble's in chilled. Okay, so hang on, why isn't it changed the names here? That's frustrating. Okay, so Dan Jam, no, that's Noble. Dan Jam is now Athletic 8. So do you know what? I think I'm going to take. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave you on until get 10. And then I'm going to put the others onto running. Because I think it'll be a case of right. Okay, we can sweep those. We can prioritize those. So no more raw materials or anything else will. No, not 9, 7. So no more raw materials will then fall down. So whatever we've got here, that'll be it. I do, however, need to put a tile in there to prevent anything falling down as well. Seven, okay. But how long it? Right, how long does this hypothermia last? It is. Oh no, there we go. Duration 0.3 cycles. So hopefully Murphy will be well enough tonight so he can sleep in his normal bed, or he can just stay put. Alright, so they're all done there. If I take out this now, yeah, I can put some more boxes down here, or storage compactors, not boxes, and then that's all at low level. Okay, so the idea is once this is all laid out and I've got this water out of the way, which will be hopefully very shortly. Yeah, I think I'll just dig this out now and it can start coming out on its own pace. Once all this water's in here, we will then be able to let's put a tile in actually. We'll then be able to start finishing off this sort of area on this side as well, and then getting these hatches ready. What I'll do is I'll just leave a single tile here for all these hatches to live on, and once as I dig that out, they all fall down, and then I'll just drop them all the way down to the bottom, and hope they survive. But that's the idea. So actually I want this done quite quickly, thank you, because then that will break through. Dig out one more up there. Then we should just see how much water comes through without actually. Come on. Priority 8. I want that done. When are we going to get another dupe? 0.4 cycles. Why are they going to other things that are... They can't reach it. Of course. They can't reach. Numpty. There we go. Okay, so that'll be interesting because that'll take a while to level off, and then we can just let another layer through at a time, and hopefully we will. Yeah, hopefully it'll work okay. So we should be getting another dupe, yes, in a few moments. And you know what? I'm going to dig out this section here. I really want this sorted. Now, I really want an artist. Choose dupe. Creative. Perfect. Now, learning. Yeah, do you know what? Bert, you're in. So, our next episode, we're going to name Bert something artistic, as he is going to be our artist, and we're going to make sure that Bert just gets on and massage. Well, it's interesting. I've spotted that before. So Bert, I want you to be power because you're useless, and I also want you doing creative things. Don't really want you doing anything else at this moment in time, because I want art and everything else sorted out, so we can actually start improving our decor. That'll be good. Dig out those as well. Okay. Alright, so that water's slowly coming in. I'd say I'm going to need to empty that and move him. As in remove that tile, so it actually allows water to flow in a little bit more effective. So what I'm going to have to do is deconstruct for the moment and that, and do a dig 8 there. I really want to open this slot up, and if I prioritize this all to 8, we can then sweep this all and fill up those units, because there's a lot there. That shouldn't stop the water going through. So we've got about, we got there, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got about 30 ton there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 37 tons. So theoretically I need 1, 2, 3. Actually I need 15. So that's 12. That's 24. I've got plenty of space in here. I just need to make sure that as I allow the water to pour down, I can actually build up the sides so that it doesn't actually overflow or stay put. So let me deconstruct that as well, because I kind of want more of a flow coming through here. That's going to be the bottom level, so I want that in place. Yeah. Once they've done that, I'll deconstruct those. In actual fact, I'll deconstruct that now. But I'll have that priority sweep first as a 9, which it'll have to be. Ooh, no research. Perfect. As soon as we've got all this lot researched, we can get rid of those. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what have we got there? Oh, it's sand. So our little hatch is going to be sitting in one of these two spots at all times. So we'll be able to keep him safe a little later. You don't realise how much these things hold and how long it takes them to actually move everything out. That's interesting, he's going that way around. Let's increase the priority of those to 7, so they do that. Let's deconstruct those for the time being. Not ideal. Wonder whether they can actually get those bits from there. I think they should be able to. Okay. Build. Actually, because he's done those, they can all go down to 1. Ants are in, so that's fine, they can go down to 1. Okay, so that's 7. So they should build that next. Should start seeing a massive improvement on decor. Yeah, that's good. Once this is all closed off and you can't see these, that should make a huge difference. Actually, do you know what? I don't need to make that or that. Or look at that. That's brilliant, that is. Decor, 104. Next to you, minus 176. Perfect. That's exactly how I thought it would work. Okay, so now got that sorted. Let's just sweep up those, and then we can let the next, because that's only, yeah, that should fit down there, no problem whatsoever. That's good. I'm pleased with that. Hang on, did I see a noisy sleeper then? No, okay. Right, actually, Bert is a technician, so he will do. If I put him down for tinkering, composting, hydro fan repair. Hang on. What do we put him down for then to get him to do the toilets? Okay. Don't know. Hang on, made a mess. Who's made? Why did you make a mess? I've not got enough. Oh, I've not got enough toilets. Right, sorry. I do not want my water being polluted. Yeah, you made the mess. You can clean it up. Come on. Only a little bit of water here. Can't reach it. Now you can. So what have we got? We've got our new natural gas generator, which I'm going to use up here somewhere, around here. We good? What else we got? Anything else new? Nope. And never really used those yet. And textiles, perfect. Okay, so, whoa, hang on. Don't want you doing too much down there. Thank you. Right, we'll now dig out that section. and I've used a 9 again. Let's just change that priority to 7. Perfect. It's coming along slowly. I think getting the base laid out and making sure you've actually got your masterpieces or your artwork in place to start with really improves the stress levels of the dupes. Maintains a decent stress level, so you don't actually have too much issues in that sense. Let's just dig out there as well. Dig out there. Because then they can reach 4 tiles up. Cancel that one. So they can jump over. Should they want to. Yeah, that's working beautiful now, that is. Right, I'm going to knock off this printed pod because I don't want it giving me another dupe just yet. Want to make sure that, because I've got one last thing to research. Yeah. One last thing. Then we can deconstruct those. And we don't have to think about that moving forward. So, what have we got in here? So we're just waiting for our mesh tiles. Got what else we got? We've got the thermo switches and the hydro switches. Thermo switches you already had, hydro and atomic. So automate switch power grids on or off based on ambient gas temperature, pressure. That's actually quite useful, I think, because I was watching, I think it was Biffa's feed for this, and he was turning on and off his algae deodorizer, primarily because it was using up too much energy for him, and gas pressure was there or thereabouts. And if you want to only turn it on when it gets to a critical point, then I'm sure that would work. So it goes, so it goes down to a critical point, and it stays on until gas pressure's fine. Or it goes off at a certain. No, that's the way it would work. I hope you would actually have it turn off when it hits a suitable gas level, instead of having, like we have here. What have we got? We've got 1500 grams or gas pressure, and up there we've got 1700. So if we look in here, it's 1600. What's down here? 300. So you could set it so that if that gas pressure in the whole area was only, no, you'd want the other way around. So once it gets to something like 1500 gas pressure, you knock it off so it's not running. I think that might be the way to use it. I think. Okay, so where are we at? Report research. Tell you what, Danjam is flying on that research. So what is his level now? Research Danjam 9. Yeah, flying through it. Always best to use one dupe, focusing on research, because the more they do of it, the quicker they will get it all done and dusted. So we've got, oh, Bert's gone up to level 8 already, which is good. We can take him off there now, and we can put Noble Rambler. You can start running. We want you all to be nice high level. Yeah, you can. Yeah, Bert can be up there for the time being. Yeah, so this will be the main outline of the base. I need to sort out somewhere over here a gas operation, so that I can actually supply the base with fresh gas or oxygen, so this can come out. I'm thinking that over here we'll start a pepper plant farm, a sleet farm down here, and we'll actually, I need to get some toilets in place. because although these are pretty useful for the dupes or for the hatches to consume the waste. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Do I build more outhouses for the dupes so I've got more polluted dirt for the hatches to turn into coal, or do I go for a fully automated one toilet and then have done it for us, use a standard lavatory, although it says it does reduce stress and disease, so more hygienic. To be honest, the tubes aren't really... I suppose the only thing that's actually happening is I'm wasting time using a dupe to unblock the or clean out the toilets after its X amount of cycles. So having a proper lavatory and proper shower will actually just reduce the tasks that they've got to do. So I'm now going to... I'm going to dig out there first on a priority 8. The reason for that is I want to stop this here. Yeah. So hopefully that will just all fall in there. And hopefully this won't be too much. Let's have a look at how it will affect the... no, it's not that one. That one, yeah. So just walking through this, they'll lose temp body heat, you see. No. Okay, do you know what? I'm just going to dig this out and be done with it. So, you should be nearly finished on research, I hope. Oh, 12 more intermediates. That is good. And then we can take out these. And that should actually reduce the temperature up here as well, because they do kick off a bit of heat. And then I'll need to start looking at my hamster wheels and putting those outside the base so that doesn't increase the temperature. So yeah, I know you're getting cold. Once this is out of the way, you can actually mop it all up and then we can just move on. Perfect. That's a complete research. And we're at cycle 34. Excellent. Right, let's deconstruct and deconstruct. Oh, what's happened there? Oh no, that was there already. Because one thing I found is what's that? Okay, electrical wire. No, I want the bottle. Water, so I get right, there we go, empty. I know it's going to cause a little bit of a drip. I love that, it's only a little bit and it's caused that. Oh, that's just typical, absolutely typical. Okay, so things are looking a lot better. Actually, no, I don't want that one yet. Cancel. I need to dig out those. And then we can just get on with and sorted. Go for... Come on. Yeah, I know you're sopping wet. Okay, so that's all our water in one place. There's no other water that I can drop down that's clean that I want to at the moment. Definitely not working my way all the way up there just to let that down. Perfect. So How much water have I actually got? Liquid water. Okay. 3,000 tons. That's good. So they can get on with everything else. Dig, dig. And you can dig alternative. Yeah, do that. Priority we're given those. It's all 5, so theoretically they should be able to just fly through this. Okay, who's that? Why are you idle? Ah, tell you why you're idle. I haven't given you enough jobs. So I don't. Noble, no, you're not there yet. Noble, you can come off there. Bert can go running, and he can also do things that sweeping, and we'll get him doing harvesting, mopping. No need learning. You know what? You can do everything. But you're the primary runner. And you know what? I need to mop all that up because that is just going to sit there and cause problems. Perfect. And research totally completed. That's brilliant, that is. Deconstruct. Why am I going to 9? Let's mop this area here as well. And we can dig out that. Dig out there. And put in a ladder here. Because we're going to be removing that one. And we can dig out all that lot as well. Excellent. And put in a load of those. Not mop. No, mop. Okay, so I think I'll leave it there for this episode. If you've liked what you've seen, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe to see more. And I think next time we, as I say, we're going to be naming our newest recruit, Bert. He's an artist, so let's have something creative. Or someone, if it's being named after someone who is an artist, etc. And then we can start getting our base ready so that we can actually start looking after these hatches better, along with getting I think I need to get laboratories in place, and I need to start getting my food sorted because that is going to be a huge priority. Yeah, so as I say, if you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you found interesting, and we'll go from there. That's Murphy out.